Previously on One Life to Live.
How long is Max gonna be in this condition?
He hasn't improved.
I'll tell Asa you're not really his son.
Renee will back me up.
Not if I tell her who really is.
We'll need your help. He needs you right away. He's about to be arrested for stealing from Asa's foundation.
Oh?
To us.
To us.
Feels right, doesn't it? The two of us here together with the rest of the world somewhere else.
Well, that's always how it was, even in the beginning, even with a crowd around.
Mm-hmm. But now, I gotta get practical. I gotta think of ways to upgrade this place.
Ah, as long as you don't get rid of this beautiful old bar.
Oh, not a chance. Not a chance.
Yeah, the rest of the place is fair game. Where do you want to start?
Well, let's start with the basics. Food. What'd you think of the food when the kitchen was running?
Actually, I never came here for the food. I only came here for the bartender. But the chili was good.
The chili. That was the one thing Marie could make. Okay, so one new chef and one new menu.
Well, that'll be fun.
Well, that's the whole point. Okay, so, what about the ambiance? Little something, jazz it up a little? Or...
Well, I think you could probably change the lighting somewhat. You know, make it maybe just a little warmer.
Okay, lighting more romantic. Ooh. Okay, what's next?
The artwork, although I use the term loosely.
Okay, we'll change the artwork, but we gotta keep the dogs playing poker. I mean, look, they're dogs playing poker.
Right. Ben?
Yeah.
This is your medical diploma. Why is it here?
Yes, Dorian, I told you I'm on top of the financial situation. Yeah, I've been taking funds out of Max's account and putting some into mine. Well, enough for Star and me to be okay, all right? No, I'm not gonna push it. My wonderful, darling, lovely husband just walked in, so I'm gonna have to call you back. All right, bye. Well, where have you been? Oh. I've been worried about you.
Why?
Well, you went out and you didn't tell me where you were going.
I didn't realize I was to report to you my comings and goings.
Wait, I don't expect you to do that, Max. I just missed you.
I miss you too. When you take your little secret excursions.
What secret excursions
But maybe there's
are
a
you
double
talking
standard
about
here since my illness. You know, batty Max, you have to keep a tight leash on him, whereas long-suffering Blair can just do whatever she wants.
Max, why are you acting like this? I mean, did you think that you
give a
overheard
really good
something?
line about getting to trust each other. But why would I trust someone that doesn't trust me?
Oh, Detective, there you are. I wanted to thank you so much for rescuing me the other night when Max was having one of his, episodes.
Actually, you already thanked me, Miss Chandler.
Oh, please, Sky. Miss Chandler is far too formal, considering the way we met. I was impressed then how you handled a delicate situation, and, well, I was impressed again last night.
Well, you seem to have the situation well in control.
Well, Max can be rather unpredictable these days, and it was nice to have a temporary guardian angel looking out for me.
Glad I could help.
Are you the son and grandson of Policeman John?
Why do you ask?
Well, usually law enforcement does run in the family.
Well, I wouldn't know. I didn't know my biological family. I was adopted.
Really? Did you ever think about trying to find out who they are?
I used to, but now I'm not so sure I want to know.
Oh, I did want to talk to you about one other thing.
Yeah.
I got this.
You made an illegal U-turn.
Oh, there were no signs on the road saying no U-turn, I swear.
And you crossed over a median.
Well, I was in a hurry, and the road was empty. Look, I really think that officer was looking to meet his quota.
But you still made the illegal U-turn. My advice would be to pay it and be done.
You know, I would, but, look, the problem is I had a rough patch in my life a while ago, and I really can't afford to have any more points on my license. So I was just wondering if maybe you could be my guardian angel one more time, maybe intercede on my behalf.
You want me to fix the ticket?
Oh, no, just maybe put a good word into the right people, and maybe they'd be a little more understanding.
Trust me, they'll understand. Miss Chandler, Sky, my advice to you would be to pay the fine, take the points, and from now on, keep off the median. If you'll excuse me, I gotta get back to work.
Well, I'm sure we'll run into each other again.
Sure we will.
They might have already booked him.
Hank?
Where's Will? Where's my son, Hank? I've been told that he's been arrested on Asa Buchanan's say-so.
It's more than his say-so. We'll explain the circumstances to you.
I just wanted to come down here. I didn't want him to go through this alone. I know how humiliating it can be.
I know this is tough for you.
Where is he, Hank?
Actually, Bo hasn't brought him in yet.
Well, Hank, why don't you tell me how much is supposedly missing from the Megan Foundation?
A substantial amount. Excuse me.
Hank, I smell a rat here. A big Texas rat. Why don't you tell me where my son's accuser happens to be right now?
I'm right here, Rappaport.
William Rappaport, you're under arrest for embezzlement. You have the right to remain silent.
What? Oh, this is a mistake.
No, this is no mistake, Will.
Well, what am I arrested for? I'm not a criminal.
You took money from the Megan Foundation.
That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Does Grandpa know what's going on?
Oh, he knows.
Then why hasn't he done anything?
If you choose not to remain silent, anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law.
Uncle Bo, I'm sorry, but Will is the one that made this foundation happen. He would never steal money from it.
You have the right to speak to an attorney and have one present during questioning.
Will, tell him. Tell him you would never do something like this.
You understand these rights as I've explained them to you?
Max, what are you talking about? You know I trust you.
Really?
Definitely.
And you're loyal?
Of course.
Always?
What, there was that one time in the hospital when I told Renee that I didn't know that you weren't really her son, but I did that because I know that's what you would want me to do. I mean, if you never woke up from your coma, you would have wanted me to protect myself, right?
Then it's pity you feel for me.
Pity? No, Max. That's a very mean thing for you to say. I mean, I would never deliberately do anything to hurt you. You know that. But I have to look out for myself, too, you know.
And that's why you went behind my back to see Ben Davidson?
What does Ben have to do with any of this?
I got a call from Ben offering me a list of specialists to deal with my condition.
Well, maybe because he cares about you.
Or maybe because you want to cut your losses and bail on me if it doesn't look like I'm going to get any better.
Have I ever said anything about bailing on you ever, Max? Have I? Have I, Max? But you know what? I'm only human, too.
If anyone knows how only human you are, it's me.
Why do you always assume the worst about me, Max?
Maybe it's because every time I turn around, I find you working against me.
I'm not working against you. I love you. And I want you to get well. I want my husband back. I want my life back. But you don't seem to understand how hard it is for me. Through all of this, how alone I feel.
I do. I do know how hard it is for you. But you have to realize I'm fighting for my life here.
Then let me help you fight, sweetheart.
The only way you can help me right now is by being patient.
When have I not been patient? My God, we don't even sleep together anymore. Are you saving that for Sky?
I explained that to you.
You know what? I don't care if you thought she was me. I'm still here. And I would call that being real patient.
Not if you go running off to Ben Davidson.
He saved your life.
What's your sudden interest in him anyway? You two got something going on?
Do you think I'm sleeping with Ben?
That stuff's going in the trash. And that's what I think of my diploma. Trash.
Why don't you just put it in the back of a closet somewhere until you're ready to deal with this?
Blondie, the doctor's gone. The bartender's back.
And what happens to the anger?
That goes in the trash, too. Because I know what's important, and that's you.
I feel sorry for your patience.
Speaking of that, don't you have a checkup this afternoon?
I'll reschedule.
Whoa, what do you mean reschedule? That'll be like 3 or 4 times, right? Just make your exam.
Is this the physician or the innkeeper speaking?
Well, it's kind of a hybrid. We've blended as one. Don't argue with me. Kiss me goodbye.
How does it feel to be an ex-husband and an ex-doctor in one fell swoop?
Just fine, since they were both my decision.
Oh, that's right. I did hear about you ripping up your medical license into little itty-bitty pieces and throwing them in Ace's face. I bet that felt great, except those kind of empty gestures don't really work on Asa Buchanan. He wants to destroy you, Ben.
He's already destroyed me. He killed my sister.
Why are you so sure that he's through with you?
Sam, no. Nora, you know as well as I do that old buzzard set Will up. This was his plan from the beginning.
You're not going to help anything by going after him now.
She's right. Asa may be our only hope.
Our only hope?
Yeah, I only mean that maybe Bo can convince him to drop the charges.
There aren't going to be any charges because they won't stand up. Those charges are as phony as the guy who brought them. You know, you think you're on top of the world right now, Buchanan. You think you're winning. I'll tell you this, the game ain't over yet.
Jess, it's gonna be okay, all right? This is just a little misunderstanding. I'm gonna straighten it out.
Well, what should I do?
Why don't you give me a couple minutes alone with your Uncle Bo in private?
Okay, I'm gonna go call Grandpa, see what's going on.
Okay. Look, Bo, I did borrow some money from the foundation, but Ace and I, we discussed that.
Stop right there. I swear, you're just like your mother. Now, for your sake and hers, you don't volunteer any information until you've spoken to legal counsel. Now, you got that?
But I'm just trying to get you to see this is not what it seems like. If you give me just 5 minutes, I can straighten it out.
I don't have a choice. I gotta bring
Uncle
you
Bo,
in.
please, do not do this.
Look, somebody is going to have to execute this arrest warrant, and I thought it'd be easier for Will if it was me.
Jess, did you get a hold of Asa?
No, he wasn't there, so I left a message.
All right, well, I guess I should just go with Bo then and probably go figure out what this is all about.
Fine, I'm going with you.
No. I'll give you a call from the station.
No,
okay?
Will, I'm not letting you go through this alone. Okay, maybe I can even help. Don't worry, we're gonna be on those slopes by tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
I'm not accusing you of anything. I'm just wondering why you insist on spending so much time with a man that deliberately tried to harm me.
That Asa claims harmed you.
Ben Davidson is an enemy of the Buchanan family. If you keep this up, you will be too.
Are you threatening me again, Max?
No, I'm just warning you. You're already on shaky ground with Asa and Renee. If they were to find out about your little consult.
Oh, you mean you
with
haven't
Vince-
run off and told them already?
It's time to choose, Blair. My family or his.
What are you Are you buying into your own little scam, Max? You have to choose, Max, between reality and fantasy. You're not a Buchanan. You never will be. They are your cash cow.
Well, right now, they feel more like my family than you do.
Well, I was wondering where I stood with you. I guess now I know.
This may have started out as a scam. That's what Renee says. But when I got sick, it got real in a hurry. And no father has been more devoted to his son than Pa has been to me.
Come on, he's not your Pa. And the second he finds out that you're not really his son, it's all gonna be over with, just like that.
And who's gonna tell him? You?
No. But you know, Renee, she could get one of her little snits and blow your cover.
Renee's keeping the secret. She has expressed total love and support.
What do you call what I've been doing for you, Max? I've been lying awake every night worried sick about you. Caring and thinking about you every minute of the day.
And resenting every second of every...
No, what I resent is that I have a husband that I love who doesn't seem to give a damn about me.
You want me to put my life in Ben Davidson's hands.
I don't care. Pick another doctor. If it's not Ben, pick somebody else. But you should be down on your knees thanking Ben for saving your life.
I truly believe he caused me intentional harm, and I hope he gets what he deserves.
Oh, God. You sound just like Asa.
So?
What are you really scared of, Max? What is it? Sky, isn't it?
Oh, now you are really grasping at straws, aren't you?
What was going on in her hotel room that I walked in on?
Exactly what I told you, a case of mistaken identity.
Oh, I don't think so. What she got on you, Max?
If I won't let Asa Buchanan get to me, Sky, why the hell would I let you? So give it up.
Just pointing out the obvious. Loving Vicky has cost you a lot. First your sister, then your profession. What do you suppose Asa has in mind for you next?
You know what, Sky? Someday you're gonna wake up and realize you don't have a life. Just bits and pieces of other people's, and you're gonna have no one to blame but yourself. I mean, you think love is about possession and control and the need to win. Everything it's not. Get a clue.
So you're absolutely sure that there's nothing Asa can do to still get to you?
This conversation is over.
What would you say if I told you that your beloved nephew was arrested and thrown in jail? That's right. I just came from the station. Asa's brought charges against Will. Embezzlement, I think. Probably booking Will right now as we speak.
Are you making this up?
Well, it looks like you're not the only gangster in the family now, Ben. It's so touching to see that Will takes right after his uncle.
Will, are you okay?
I'm not sure, really.
Hang in there. Don't worry, I'll get you out of here in no time.
Grandpa, have you talked to them yet?
Talk to who, Jesse?
I don't know. Who's ever making these crazy accusations against Will? I mean, come on. He would never steal anything.
Jesse, I wish I could. I can't.
Grandpa, Will would never take a penny that didn't belong to him.
Asa brought in the evidence against Will.
He set Will up. I can't believe you're taking this hoax seriously.
This is the last thing I ever expected to see happen. The evidence was pushed in my face by my accountants. You all can examine it. I have been over it 100 times. I spent half a day trying to find another explanation of anything this horrible story this paper trail tells. I couldn't. So I came to Poe against my lawyer's advice, hoping his people might find a mistake.
So what is this guy up to her old tricks again? Instead of coming to the both of us, she singles you out? What is this, divide and conquer?
Sky has nothing to do with this.
Really? Well, I tell you what, why don't you go to Sky and tell her you don't want anything to do with her little swarmy little plan. You know what, in fact, I'm gonna go to Sky and I'm gonna tell her myself.
You stay away from Sky, you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. What you got on you, Max? Something new? Did you sleep with Sky?
What do you think?
I think you're in bed with her, one way or the other.
I still have a mind of my own, as flawed as it may be. And I'm nobody's patsy. Not Sky's, and not yours.
Hi.
Hi.
Cup of coffee, please.
Sure.
Thanks. Thanks. Is it the coffee or the traffic ticket that still has you looking so down?
Can I ask you a question? I need an objective opinion.
Sure. What's the question?
Do you think I'm attractive?
You're kidding me, right? Objective opinion? Attractive is a good word. Stunning and beautiful also come to mind.
Do you find me charming and bright and sexy?
You're batting 1,000.
I don't know what it is men want.
Don't worry about it. Neither do they. You know, maybe you're not getting from them whatever it is you want.
I thought I came close a couple of times, but it was just an illusion. I always ended up alone. And all I ever really wanted in the whole world was to be really loved, you know? I know I've done some selfish things in my life, but I don't think I'm such a terrible person. Sorry. Came in here to get some coffee and you're playing therapist.
That's okay. Look, I think we all feel that way one time or another. Love is a tricky thing when it doesn't work out. It makes you question everything.
For some people, it's a piece of cake.
Well, I do have it on good authority that the course of true love never does run smooth.
I'm glad to hear you say that. I guess that means you haven't found your one and only.
Well, I am a bachelor. I think that speaks for itself.
You know, that means some woman someday is gonna get really lucky. You're a very nice man, Detective. Been very kind to me. Maybe I should reciprocate, Do something nice for you.
You brought in the evidence against me, Asa?
I had no choice. My lawyers were going to do it if I didn't. How the hell could you do this to me, Will? I trusted you. I treated you like family. And all the while, you're lining your pockets, with money meant for sick babies. The fund and donations, the name of your own dead child. I'm gonna tell you something, boy. I don't think I could ever get over something like this, and I mean it.
I'm gonna take Will down to booking.
Do your job, Bo. I'll do mine.
Let's go.
Sam, what about bail? I do not want him spending one single night in jail.
Well, he may have to.
What are you talking about?
Oh, he's not a flight risk. You think?
I think so.
I don't understand.
Look, don't worry, Jessica. It's okay. We'll get him out of this, I promise you.
Okay. What's the deal here, Hank, okay? Oh, come on. You're acting like you just bagged one of the 10 most wanted, for God's sake. He's got no priors. His family's here. His girlfriend's here. And my hunch is that Asa is the one. He's the producer and the director of this little drama.
Look, Nora, anything could happen. But I think your hunch is way off base.
He's not going anywhere, and you know it.
No, I don't know it. So I've got to treat this like any other major white-collar crime.
Major crime?
There are other aspects to the case against Will.
What is it that you've got, Hank?
Nora, you know I can't discuss that with you now. If Sam is going to represent Will, he'll find out in good time.
Did you get anything?
Something weird's going on here, Sam.
It's not weird, Nora. It's Asa.
He respected me at one point. Wonder what he thinks of me now. Can I have a word with you?
Well, I don't think there's anything to say, Nora.
You've got to be kidding, right?
There's nothing to kid about. It's a tragedy.
Why don't you and I go someplace private? Oh, you're not refusing me, are you, Asa?
Well, either way. Jess, are you okay?
I just want him to know that I'm here and that I believe him.
I think if there's anything in the whole world that Will is sure of right now, it's that.
I know that he didn't do what they said he did.
Sam, I need to talk to you alone right now.
Why, Lindsay? There wouldn't be something you haven't told me now with him.
The interrogation room is empty.
Do you think this gives me pleasure?
I think it gives you a great deal of pleasure. You laid out a plot, a trap for Will, and he walked into it with his eyes wide open. So please don't give me that sad, disillusioned act, okay? This is me, Nora, remember? You and I have a hard-fought for, a hard-won sort of mutual understanding of sorts. I know exactly what you're doing, Asa, and I know why. So why don't you just cut the crap?
Okay, if you're going to represent Will, you need to know everything, but you're not going to like what I have to say.
Tell me, I'm listening, Lindsay.
As much as I'd like to think that Asa orchestrated this whole thing, I can't because I know better.
What do you know?
That Will is guilty.
Ben, maybe we should go to the police station?
No. I'll go. You make your appointment.
No. I don't want to leave you alone now.
I can handle this.
Can you? Look, Asa is going to make Sky look like little Mary Sunshine.
Look, I'll be all right? I'm going there to support Sam and Will, not go after Asa.
I want to come with you, please.
Blondie, you have to make your appointment. Your physical shouldn't take more than an hour, okay? You can meet me there, or I'll be back here. But you have to go. You have to be well. For me and for everyone else, okay? So please, don't cancel again.
How come you're fighting Sammy's battles for him?
I'm marrying Sammy. They're my battles, too.
Just like a typical Rappaport. Blaming his son's treachery on me. In case you haven't noticed, Nora, I'm not the one they're booking.
Yet.
Do you think Bo would actually book his sweetie's kid if he wasn't convinced it would stick?
Don't go patting yourself on the back just yet, Asa. It only takes one thread to unravel even the most ingenious plots. Even one woven by the great Asa Buchanan. I'm gonna find that thread, believe me.
Well, when you do, let me know.
There's no thread here. There's no scheme. I'll tell you, this time I hope you're right.
Oh, I am right. There's no doubt about that.
Well, you do what you have to do, Nora. I've got to get back to my granddaughter. This is going to be real tough on her.
Please tell me that you don't believe that Will did this.
I don't know what to believe right now. Maybe after I question Will, I'll have a better idea.
Well, I certainly don't have to tell you to keep an open mind. You are very well aware of what your father's capable of.
I know what you're going through, Jesse. Don't turn on me, sweetheart. I'm a victim here, too.
I don't know who to believe.
I just don't want you hurting. I want to protect you.
Protect me from what? Will's family?
Did I ever hold him responsible for the sins of his father or his uncle, did I?
Grandpa, listen. I love Will. And if I find out that you had any part of trying to destroy him, that would destroy me too.
Did you tell Bo that you think Will is guilty?
I tried to say something, but he cut me off.
Good. That's good. Why don't you tell me, Lindsay, why you think Will is guilty?
Because a few weeks ago, he told me that he had done something he was ashamed of. He said he did it for love. He asked me for money to cover it, and I told him I didn't have it.
Now, did he specifically mention taking money?
No, of course not, Sam, but I know that's what he meant. When I heard he was being arrested, I just got this sick feeling in the pit of my stomach. It's my fault. He's just like me. How many terrible things have I done in the name of love?
Excuse me. Bo's ready to start questioning Will.
Well, Sky, I am still officially on duty, so any favors that I were to accept from you could be construed as a bribe, considering our last conversation about your traffic ticket. But that doesn't mean that I'm not both flattered and intrigued.
Well, Detective, I think you've misunderstood my intentions towards you, which are purely honorable. When I said I wanted to do something nice for you, that's not the kind of nice that I meant.
Sorry.
Hello, Max. What a surprise.
For me, too. Mind if I join you?
Go right ahead. I was just leaving. It's nice to see you again.
I look forward to picking up where we left off.
So do I.
And what was that all about?
Worried, Max?
Should I be?
Well, after all, John is a policeman. Maybe I told him that you weren't really Ace's son, or maybe I might have mentioned who really is.
You might have, but I doubt it. If you even knew, which I also doubt.
You're awfully sure of me.
No. No, you just have no reason to upset this apple cart because I'm playing it the way you want, keeping the heat on Ben.
Sometimes people don't need reasons for the things they do, or simply we don't know the reasons why they do the things they do. I mean, look at you. You claim to love Blair, yet you're lying to her, shutting her out. What kind of love is that?
Our deal does not include my defending my behavior with my wife to you.
Our deal is what we make of it. Who knows what I might have said to the detective if you hadn't just walked in now? Who knows what I might say to him the next time I see him?
You heard.
How's Will?
He's in shock. It's not really sinking in yet.
All right, Will. I don't want you to answer any questions unless I give you the okay, you understand? It's important. Do you hear me? It's important, Will. Listen.
I understand, okay? You want to run the whole deal. I don't want you telling me what to say. I don't even want you here, period.
I'm not here as your father. I'm here as your lawyer.
Did I hire you?
You are about to be questioned. You need a lawyer here.
Is there a problem?
Yeah, I don't want my dad here. I don't want a lawyer. I don't need one.
Come with me. I'd like to show you something.
What is it? Where do you want me to go?
You know, it just kills me when you look at me with such suspicion in your eyes. Even Will has got a chance to defend himself. Why can't you give me the same chance?
Of course I will.
It's in Beau's office. These are the foundation records. The accountants have marked the pages where there are discrepancies. Look at the sums, Jesse. Not just a little bit of money. Thousands and thousands of dollars.
Accountants can make records say whatever they want.
Fair enough. Thomas Shea has a reputation. That's pure gold. Take a look at the checks. Endorsed by Roseanne Delgado. See? Every one of them endorsed by her.